on.
The story starts with a slick, confident woman named Ava getting ready like she's going to a fancy dinner. But what she's actually preparing for is far from ordinary. She's an assassin. Lipstick on, wig fixed, attitude locked in, she heads out in her black Rover to the airport, looking like someone with power and purpose. She picks up a businessman, acting like just a random driver,
Super.
and starts chatting with him as they take a long, quiet road through some woods. The guy starts rambling about his morning, swearing every other word like life's been testing him all day. Ava, calm and collected, keeps things light until she randomly drops a deep, cryptic line about not knowing if someone's happy until the end of their life, which kind of throws him off. He tries to flirt, thinks maybe they've got a thing going, even suggests they ditch the act and just be themselves.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
I had this meeting.
Ava plays along just enough to keep him at ease. As they pull over and sit together in the back seat, he offers her a drink, but she turns it down and instead flips the mood completely by asking what he did to get on someone's hit list. He's confused, thinks it's a joke, but when she calmly pulls out her gun and shoots his hand when he tries to call for help, the tone shifts fast. She wants answers, why someone wants him dead, but he's clueless and tries to save himself by offering money and deals. She's unmoved. She finishes the job and steps out of the car like it was just another task. She makes a call to her higher-ups, confirms the target's down, and brushes off their concern about how she's doing.
Kiddo. Anything to share?
She wipes the blood from her face, removes the wig, and gets straight to the next job. Ava's not just a contract killer, she's one of the best, with multiple identities, endless resources, and a calm, calculated way of handling chaos. She flies into Boston, checks into a hotel, and does a sweep of the room like someone always watching their back. Somewhere else, a tough, serious guy gets a call from higher up to keep tabs on Ava because her bosses think something's off. Later, she heads out for a jog, avoiding the vodka in her hotel room, which feels like a win because she used to have a serious drinking problem. She returns to find a gift waiting for her: money, a new passport, and a revolver. Business as usual. She heads to a bar where a live band is playing, and the lead singer is her younger sister, Jude, who clearly doesn't welcome her back with open arms.
Hey, Jude.
They go for a walk afterward, and Jude doesn't hold back. She's angry Ava disappeared for 8 years, left her to deal with everything, and only called twice a year at best. Then Jude casually drops the bomb that Michael, Ava's ex, is now living with her, and tells Ava to be at the hospital at 9, hinting at something serious. Turns out their mom had a heart attack, and Ava completely missed the email. The next day at the hospital, Ava awkwardly walks into the room like a stranger, and their mom, with her usual sarcasm, throws jabs about flowers with no vase and questions about Ava's job. Ava tries to be polite, even compliments her mom's appearance, but gets hit with a comment about needing moisturizer.
Just my moisturizer. It's on the shelf in the bathroom if you want to grab some for yourself.
Despite the tension, they all go for a walk in the cemetery, talk about their late father, and there's this weird mixture of nostalgia and resentment in the air. Ava lies about her job, keeping it vague, and her mom senses she's hiding something. The moment Michael shows up, things get even more awkward. Ava tries to be polite, says she's happy for him and Jude, but her smile's obviously forced. Soon, it's back to the assassin life. Ava's new mission is in Riyadh, where she's supposed to get close to a weapons dealer general and kill him in a way that looks totally natural. She's told to act like the niece of a fake family friend, Larry Sullivan, and play it sweet and flirty. She shows up at a hotel, charms the general and his colleagues, and ends up alone with him in his office. He thinks she's into him, and as he relaxes, she quietly poisons him with a shot to the foot.
It's completely painless.
As he starts fading, confused and gasping, she asks him why someone would want him dead, but he doesn't know, or won't say. Suddenly, she hears people approaching. She slits the general's throat so he can't reveal anything and preps for a fight. 2 men rush in. She takes them down. 1 shot, 1 stabbed. More arrive. It becomes a full-on action scene with Ava flipping tables, using bodies as shields, dodging bullets, and fighting off men twice her size. She goes full John Wick mode. Clean, brutal, fast. She even fakes being hurt by smearing blood on her face and bumping her head on purpose, acting like a scared guest caught in the chaos. She tricks a guard into helping her, steals his smoke grenade, and creates confusion so she can run. She shoots more guards on the way out. Takes a few hits herself, but escapes before backup arrives. Afterwards, she meets with her old mentor, Duke, a seasoned ex-agent who still has her back. They argue. She wants to know why her targets are being killed. Duke tells her to stop asking questions like that. It nearly broke her before. She insists she's fine, but Duke knows better. He gives her some time off and warns her that the people up top are watching. Ava says her dad's death is still on her mind, jokes that maybe Duke had something to do with it, and leaves for Boston. Back home, things don't get easier. Ava visits her mom again, runs into Michael holding flowers, and and the whole scene is tense. Her mom asks her to fix the TV, and when she actually gets it working, everyone's surprised. Then her mom insists the three of them, Ava, Jude, and Michael, go to dinner, clearly trying to force some kind of reconciliation. In a support group, Ava finally opens up. She says when she was younger, she caught her dad cheating and told him to confess, or she would. He twisted it, told her mom Ava was blackmailing him for money, and since Ava was deep in drugs and booze at the time, her mom believed him. That betrayal, plus the addiction, pushed her to the edge. She wanted to kill her dad. That's when she ran off, joined the army, and ended up where she is now. Elsewhere, in a villa in Colombia, Duke meets with Simon, a powerful higher-up in the organization. Simon is furious about what happened in Riyadh, calling it a complete failure. He says Ava is becoming a problem, and it's time they take her out of the picture. Duke defends her, says the mission failed because of bad intel, but Simon brings up the past, how Ava started getting too close to her targets, asking them why they were marked, showing signs of cracking under pressure. He warns Duke that if she steps out of line again, not even he will be able to save her. Simon receives intel that Ava was spotted speaking with a client in France, something that violates their rules. One of the other operatives confirms it, leaving Simon furious.
She got back on track.
She's talking to the fucking targets! Again!
Duke defends Ava and claims full responsibility for what happened in Saudi Arabia, calling it a mistake on his part. Simon pretends to accept the explanation and lets Ava rest, but as soon as Duke leaves, he tells his daughter that Ava is a liability and must be eliminated. He then emotionally manipulates his daughter, reminding her how loyal Duke once was to him, even surviving 5 days of torture without breaking. Simon, hardened by business and blood, orders his daughter to prepare for Ava's execution.
5 days. That one was tortured. And he didn't give me up. 5 days.
Meanwhile, Ava is trying to shake off the tension. She trains hard, goes for a run, but quickly realizes she's being followed. When her stalker pulls out a blade, she reacts quickly, fighting back in brutal hand-to-hand combat. She takes a few hits, but ultimately overpowers and kills him, hiding in a fountain and stabbing him with his own knife. She washes the blood off and returns to her hotel room, shaken. Later, she confronts Duke with a gun, demanding answers. Duke tries to maintain his authority and calm, brushing off her suspicion, saying the attacker was just a junkie and not part of the organization. He assures her that Simon is not behind it and gives her a fatherly hug, subtly hiding his own doubt. Ava hands him the gun and asks him to find out who the attacker really was.
Here's his gun.
To clear her head, Ava joins her sister Jude and Jude's fiancé Michael for dinner. Ava zones out at times, but the conversation turns tense when Jude accuses Michael of mocking her in front of Ava. Jude storms off. Michael tells Ava that she can't just show up and fix things after disappearing for 8 years. He brings up the pain Jude went through caring for their mother alone. Ava tries to apologize,
No one who should apologize.
admitting she regrets leaving without a goodbye, but Michael leaves. Later, Jude shows up at Ava's hotel room, worried about Michael's gambling habits. Ava investigates and finds him at a hidden gambling den run by a woman who once saved Ava's life. When Ava demands Michael be released, the woman refuses due to a $70,000 debt.
Some place isn't with you anymore, is it?
A fight breaks out, and Ava takes down the guards like a machine, proving once again she's far more than she appears. After rescuing Michael, he questions her true identity and her skills. Ava avoids giving clear answers, but advises him to stop gambling and think of Jude. He bitterly reminds her that she vanished after asking him to marry her. She apologizes and tells him she made a mistake with her family, but he snaps that she should have talked to him. Ava leaves with her emotions heavy. She returns to her hotel, tempted by a bottle of scotch, but resists and walks away, choosing not to relapse. Meanwhile, Duke confronts Simon and realizes that the Saudi Arabia mission wasn't a mistake. It was a setup to kill Ava. Simon justifies his actions as necessary for the organization. Duke tries to take Simon out, but Simon's daughter holds him at gunpoint. Then, Simon's younger daughter enters, and Duke uses the opportunity to disarm his opponent but refuses to harm the child. A brutal fight breaks out between Simon and Duke. Though older, Duke holds his own and even kills 3 operatives. But Simon's daughter knocks him out. Simon chains Duke and dumps him into the harbor, filming his final moments. Duke's last words are for Ava. He wishes he could see her cut Simon's heart out. Simon then sends the video to Ava. Ava watches the video in a sushi bar, grieving her mentor's death in silence. She visits Michael, seeking Jude, but ends up kissing him. Just when things get heated, Michael reveals Jude is pregnant. Ava walks away devastated. She heads to Tony's gambling den, now turned into a full-blown club. Determined to settle things, she storms the place, taking down guards with deadly precision. She confronts Tony, and a brutal fight ensues. Ava is momentarily overwhelmed as Tony pounds her face repeatedly. But Ava isn't out yet. Her mission is only just beginning. Ava lets Tony punch her a few times without fighting back. As Tony yells about Ava not caring about her sister and messing with her baby daddy, Ava calmly drops a bomb. She's killed 41 people. That shuts Tony up fast. Ava puts her in a headlock but lets her go, handing her $80,000 and telling her they're even. She warns her never to mess with the family again. Back at the hotel, Ava stares at the minibar. She finally gives in, downs the vodka, grabs the rest, and plays some music like it's her last night. After a while, she pulls out her gun and almost ends it all. Just then, Simon sneaks into her apartment. He searches around, but Ava jumps out of a closet and starts shooting. They fight hard. She's drunk and injured. He's fresh and cocky. He mocks her for drinking, saying Duke wouldn't approve. Despite the odds, Ava holds her own, disarming Simon, hitting him with his own magazine, smashing him with a CD player. They slam each other into tables and walls. At one point, she tries to blind him, and he smashes her into the glass. Both breathless, they choke each other, trading hits. She jokes that she'll follow his rule this time and finishes with a brutal combo. They pause, then both repeat Duke's line. No one's happy until the end. Simon promises he'll kill her if they ever meet again, then stumbles away. Ava grabs her cash, passport, and rifle, slips past hotel security during the chaos, and follows Simon. Injured, he calls for more protection for his family and tries to escape by jumping into sawdust, but Ava catches up. He begs her not to hurt his family. She agrees, tells him to count to 5, but shoots him at 1. Later, Ava visits Michael and Jude. She tells them to leave the country, hands them account details with $500,000, and gives them $20,000 for travel. Jude's shocked, but Ava pushes them to hurry. Michael gives her a letter from Duke. She reads it. It starts with Duke's line about finding peace only at the end. But as she walks away, Simon's daughter follows from the shadows, full of rage, ready to take revenge.